Hello, everybody. This is Glenda with AKA GK Phelan, a friendly community, and I'm in long sleeves. It's flannel time. They have been putting out freeze warnings for Gage County, Nebraska, where I live, all day. And I just looked at this one thing that we get, kind of a weather thing from, and it's talking like we're going to keep getting the little bits of drizzle here and there through the night. At least it seems like it. And it's in the 30s now, and it could get down to, it looked like a low of about 32, which is freezing point. So I don't think we'll get a hard freeze. It won't last, but I don't even like the thought of it. But they did put pictures on Facebook last night, and I think it was, I don't know, over around northern central, or somewhere around in there, in Nebraska, somewhere along I-80, I think, where they're having snow. Yeah, the road was packed with snow. Visibility was not great, at least not from the camera shot that I saw. Anyway, yeah. And I'm still after these elbows. They sound like a, yeah, they look like it too. And I've been lotioning them. And they'll get a little better, and then, but if I don't lotion them, they get worse, so. Anyway, it's flannel time. Not really, I can't say I'm sick right now. It's just this weather. It makes you feel dreary and droopy, and but it's not just that. I mean, Joe and I have both been sneezing. Well, he just put a clean HEPA filter in, didn't you, in the furnace? But anyway, he turned the furnace on today. And I know that something about when you first turn the furnace on, it just kind of makes you stuffy. So anyway, we both getting a little bit stuffy, and I don't know, today. But we both, I think that dang bug that they've been talking about on the news is climbing around. I can't find anything. So maybe it's my imagination. Hey guys, a lot of great discussion on the vlog. Oh, Carol, glad to hear that you are safe. Please don't stick around if that smoke gets to be too much. And yeah, I know I'm being bossy, but I can be bossy. You just don't have to obey. Right? Carla? Oh, no, there were some good replies on the vlog today. And that exercise ball is not the biggest that they have. They do have bigger ones. They have smaller ones. At least when I got that one off of Amazon, and I don't know what they have now, because I've had that one maybe 3 years. Anyway, but no, I only fell over once, and when I first got it, Joe said, "You are going to fall off on your butt, and we're going to have trouble getting you up." And I said, "I'm going to give it a try. I will be careful, la-di-da-da-da." And I've been doing fine on it. One time, and it wasn't too terribly long after we got it, and he said that, but I leaned back a little too far. Nice little slow, just kind of slide onto the floor. The problem wasn't that I fell. The problem was that I had to get up. I just rolled over on my hands and knees and stood up. don't bounce up. I don't jump up like I might have when I was a kid when we did the 4-count burpees and the jumping jacks. But I got up. Oh, okay. Last month was our anniversary, 41 years. Today's Joe's birthday, and he had a lot of nice birthday wishes. I told him happy birthday several times because that's about all I did do for him. Anyway, but usually I have one of our girls pick up either a coconut cream pie or a lemon meringue or both. And I forgot to call him this year, but Joe already had a cake mix. And well, we both like yellow cake with chocolate frosting. Anyway, so he made that. So we'll get the pies at some point because he is a freak for coconut cream and lemon meringue. Those are some of his favorite pies. So, and you don't find them very often, and I can't make them, so it's just kind of cool to be able to let him get that for him. And that there's this one brand, I hope they keep it around for a while, but they make them nice and deep. And, the meringue it's got a nice thick meringue on it for the lemon meringue, and the coconut cream has a nice, it's got coconut in the cream topping too, or in the whipped cream topping, as well as in the little pudding pie top type thing. So it's, they're really good, and I can't think which company makes them, but anyway, they're good. And we've been getting them for the last 2-3 years for his birthday and Christmas. So we've just got to this point where we're buying a lot of stuff. Just what will we do with it, So anyway. But, he's not the kind of guy you buy a bunch of ties for. So, anyway, but, and I ain't the kind of girl you buy a bunch of jewelry for either. I make it, for one thing, and then don't wear it. I don't know if any of you remember how that bucket of beads came about. But it kind of took over my life. I'm enjoying it, though. But, no, I had just, kind of a variety for stuff. And I was getting, like, kids' crafts type stuff. And there were the little ceramic tile things that painted. They were refrigerator magnets, and there were the little pots the terracotta pots that came with the little tiny jingle things. Well, metal tubes. You strung it all together after you painted it, and that's hanging on the front porch. It's a wind chime thing, if you can ever hear it. Anyway, so I bought this bucket of beads. And I didn't know it was going to be like this big. I thought it would be like, this big. And there's still a bunch of them in there. But it's something to do. And I've kind of got to where I enjoy playing around with patterns. And I don't know. So Joe just turned 61, which means I'm going to turn 62. We got married yesterday, didn't we? I do remember some crying, some little creatures crying. I remember them getting bigger and needing brown paper bag, or that brown paper sack stuff to be put on their books for school. And the school didn't really want the pretty ones you get at the store. No, they wanted them to be the paper sack type. At least there for a couple of years, which I never understood. Anyway, I guess it was so that nobody would be jealous. I don't know. But it did protect the book covers. But somehow, then all of a sudden, there's more crying babies, but they're not ours. They're the ones that we had that grew up, and then they had some crying babies, and now their crying babies are graduating. What happened?
Hi! Somebody please send me some stories so I don't have to sound so bad again.
Oh, I just feel like we've been doing all these great ones lately, like, with the stories and all the funny things to laugh at, and it's okay to have a down day every once in a while and not do everything so exciting and admit that you've got a cold or whatever. And I'm glad for all the wonderful discussion. Joe didn't, have an exciting birthday, but that's probably what he wanted. It was just a nice day to just rest. We do want to go somewhere, but today wasn't the day because of the weather, so. Anyway, but oh, give me some ideas for a story or send some stories or something. I'm going to have to get my bonnet back on again, I guess. But tomorrow's another day, guys. And there's always something different. Every day there's something different. Because we don't just stand in one spot and not change. We can stand in one spot, but we will change. Our cellular level is changing all the time. So if you want to get scientific about it. But as we age, the mechanics of how we work is changing as well. So I'll quit being a negative Nelly, or whatever they call them. And I will say, take care of yourselves. I love you all. Tomorrow is another day, and I will plan to be back then. So, hasta mañana.